How's it going, everybody? It is the Keenest or the Joning Little Fox here, and I'm doing a live stream. I know it's Friday and everything. I'm not sure if you can hear me that well, but for right now, I'm going to drive for a couple of minutes, so I probably won't respond right now or right away. So give me like eh, 10, maybe 12, yeah, like 12 minutes or something, maybe 15 at best, and I'll get back to the comments before I stop somewhere. But and I'll answer whatever questions and stuff that pops up. So yeah. So but if you read the title of the video, you know what I'm going to talk about once I stop. So yeah. I see some of you guys. I'm gonna talk to you in a second. I'm still driving. How's it going, Silver? I'm at a stoplight now, so you know. Yeah, things going pretty well. You know, it's Friday, so yeah, and I'm off, so pretty nice. How you doing today? You know, don't worry, I'm gonna start talking in a second. I just wanna, you know, I'm gonna finish driving real quick, and then I'll talk to you guys if you can hear me. But yeah, if you can hear me, just let me know in the comments or in the chat because I'm recording or I'm live streaming off my phone. So I'm not sure how that translates to what you guys are listening to right now. Just give just give me a couple more minutes, guys, and I'm gonna get into this live stream. All right. All right, how's it going, everybody? So yeah, I was just driving and all that stuff. Now, yeah, I was just waiting for more people to come in, but I'm gonna get started anyways. All right. So if you read the title of the live stream, like I said, it's gonna be about the wasted potential and stuff about Sonic Prime and my thoughts on like Tmnt right now as far as like comics and stuff goes. The video games are pretty good to say at least, but I mean, but the comics though it ain't looking too good. But anyways, so I'm gonna just talk about this for a little bit, versus just make two separate videos on this like I normally do, and whatnot, because I don't feel like, yeah. So I just thought I'd knock it all out in just a live stream. So starting with Sonic Prime, because I feel like a lot of people want to know my thoughts on it, or of course my own audience, and I have talked about Sonic Prime because I like the series. So yeah, so what I think of Sonic Prime. Season 3 being everything that kind of caps everything off, it was okay. Like it was all right. Not exactly the best. And to be honest with you, of course, like looking at Sonic Prime, of course, obviously it's gonna get compared to like other Sonic cartoons like Sonic X, Sonic SatAM, Sonic Boom, whatever, get compared to like all those shows and stuff, Underground, Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog. I wouldn't really say Sonic Prime is not the best Sonic show. Okay, it had the potential, to be better than Sonic X, and I'm gonna talk about what I think they could have done to become better than Sonic X if they actually, like, followed this formula. But, nah, I would say, like, it's not the worst to me. To me, I would say it's, like, probably my 3rd or 2nd favorite, well, I might as well just say 3rd, favorite Sonic cartoon. I would say the 2nd will honestly be the Tyson Hess cartoons or the Tyson Hess, Sonic shorts and stuff. Those are actually pretty, pretty good and well done and stuff. I think everyone, like, can unanimously, like, they love those. All it just needs is, like, some voice acting and stuff and to be a little bit more lengthier, and other than that, yeah. Honestly, it could even surpass Sonic X if they really kept at it and stuff like that, but they're just one-off shorts, though. But regardless, though, that's what I felt like, Sonic Prime kinda needed, was, like, they needed, like, something like that, you know? Um, but yeah, but Sonic Prime. So, there's a bunch of stuff, of course, 9 and all that stuff, the Chaos Council. Like I said, the plot's decent, it's alright to me. Again, not the best or not the route I probably would have approached it or taken, but it was, entertaining to watch. But there's other stuff about Sonic Prime, like them making the show now canon to the games and stuff, like Sonic Prime is like canon. Hey, what's happening, Empathetic Black Queen? I'm just talking a little bit about Sonic Prime and I'm about to talk about Ninja Turtles. But anyways, but yeah, Sonic Prime, they kind of just made the show canon to the games and stuff. For what I heard, I'm just now like kind of figuring this out. Even though I think somebody said this like a couple months ago, or whatever, that one of the directors said that the show was canon to the games. I'm like, wait, it is? That's interesting. Not saying that it can't possibly work or whatever. I mean, a lot of people do not like this version of Sonic and stuff, for the most part. I don't think Prime Sonic's all that bad, to be honest with you. Like, I'm not saying he acts like 100% accurate to Game Sonic. Like, he's all right to me. He's a little, um, eccentric, kind of a little ecstatic and all that, but he's an all right character. Like, I think in season three, he definitely has some good showings as a hero, being the only person to stand up for Nine when everyone else was against him and stuff like that, or really taking responsibility and taking charge and all that stuff, or trying to find an in between, or take the higher road and stuff versus like just give in and just like yeah, give in to anger and all that other stuff or revenge, blah blah blah. So I actually like that about Prime Sonic's character at least. So that's all I gotta say there. But what I think Prime could have needed, or what Prime should have been, honestly, um, I think Prime should have honestly like just gotten rid of the whole multiverse stuff, which I know they kind of needed the multiverse thing to try and like sell variations. This is just my guess, anyways. I'm not saying this is like 100% the case, but I think they could have just like they did the multiverse thing because they needed different like variations or different versions of certain characters and stuff in order to kind of like sell it to keep the show going and all that. And that's cool too. But I think what would have been better, and this is one of the things I think that could have been, and I'm doing this unscripted by the way. I haven't wrote all this stuff down, so I'm just going off the top of my head. So if I miss some things, I don't know. But anyways, what I think they could have done better, um, instead of just making this like a multiverse timeline, or not timeline, multiverse, different versions of that of said character, they could have actually just made this like into just a simple Sonic story, especially if it's going to be canon and stuff. I'm like, oh, and now it's canon all of a sudden. I'm like, in that case, you could have like gone a little bit more in. You could have like gotten more voice actors and stuff. You could have like created more character models and stuff and all that. Like you could have like created like outside, like, it's nice seeing Cream and well, not Cream was in the show, my bad. It's nice seeing Big and Rouge and stuff a part of the plot, but you could have just also, like, Sonic Prime, they also could have, like, and of course, Shadow too. Shadow was a lot of people like, I would not disagree. Shadow was definitely the best part of Sonic Prime, or had the best characterization in there, and that's definitely a good characterization that we haven't seen since, honestly, the Archie comics, but that's just me. But anyways, but nah. I think that they could have, like, if they hired more voice actors and stuff and created more 3D models and stuff of like the game characters and stuff. Because Sonic Prime, they're trying to make this like kind of fit inside the Sonic canon. So I'm not saying that, like I said, it's not impossible because I think it can actually fit within the Colors era, which would kind of make sense why the Sonic's a little bit more goofier and stuff, or more common in my opinion. A lot of people are trying to wonder where it places, but I think it's the Colors era. Probably, definitely sometime a little bit after Sonic Colors, probably, or maybe Lost World, I think. Or hell, my thing is though is it might actually take place in between. Like how like Lost World and Forces and all that stuff. Yeah, that's what I think. To me personally, because yeah, like yeah, I remember like during that time, that was like kind of the boom era of Sonic games and stuff. So like they weren't like really putting out a lot of Sonic stuff that was like canon, or anything related to the games and stuff. So that's where I would place it, honestly, because keep in mind we do get these like flashbacks and stuff to like of course the classic era, which originally I was thinking, okay, then maybe this might take place after like I don't know, I guess in that Sonic Advance era. But since like Orbot and Cubot are around, then that means that it's probably after Colors and stuff, or definitely after Sonic Unleashed, because Orbot was a prototype inside Sonic Unleashed, and Cubot wasn't created yet. But of course, they're both created and stuff by the time it's Sonic Colors, so that's where I think, oh, okay, so yeah, that's probably a good place where it will fit. But my point is though, you can definitely like they could have definitely had a lot of characters introduced if that was the case. I'm not saying every single Sonic character, but I'm just saying like you could have just had more of the more reoccurring ones like the Teen Chaotix, like Vector, Charmy, SBO. Could have had like those three in there. You definitely could have like thrown in Blaze and Silver. Blaze and Silver has not yet to appear in a Sonic cartoon out of every other character, Blaze, Silver, and even Omega and stuff. So that was something that they could have done better in Sonic X. Which I'm not saying Sonic X is like lacking or anything, but I mean, and I like Sonic X, but I'm just saying Sonic Prime definitely could have been the show to like really defame, or could have like been the one to like surpass Sonic X. That's just my opinion. and stuff versus like, just keep like, like going onwards and stuff is to like always try to like outdo yourself and stuff like that. So I just felt like, oh, okay, Sonic Prime, if they really try, they can definitely outdo Sonic X and stuff. And I know they had like a what they had like 3 seasons, or technically, really, it's in my opinion, that's like one full season. That's not that's not a 3 season. Like I mean, because it's Netflix, so yeah. So I think they had like what 27 episodes because they had like um if I'm not mistaken 12 episodes the first season. Then they had 8 episodes the second season, and then they had like 7 episodes this season in season three. So that's about what like 15, 12. So yeah, like I said, 27 episodes. Yeah, you could have obviously made some of that like filler or something, for the most part, and then kind of you know, geared towards like making a like a big finale or a season finale or whatever. Kind of like in Mania Adventures where it was just like small small little episodes or shorts or whatever where Sonic and his friends do some certain shenanigans or whatever, or they're fighting against Dr. Eggman, or Sonic teams up with one of his friends like Tails or Knuckles or Mighty and Ray and all that stuff, and then they defeat Dr. Eggman, but then they're always hinting at towards like the end of the episode that they're trying to allude to something more, and then we get the finale and like mini adventures where they take on Metal Sonic and all that stuff with the Master Emerald. So yeah, I mean that's why I was thinking that like yeah, Sonic Prime they definitely could have done that instead of just do this whole big multiverse war and all that stuff or whatever. But yeah, still. But I mean I think it has some decent characterization and stuff, but I'm just saying I would have preferred that in favor of like what we got in my opinion. But it is what it is. And I also definitely would have loved to see more villains and stuff. I know I keep saying this, but this is my major complaint right now as far as like the Sonic series goes. I mean, IDW is good at this. They're good so far with this, and I think even Ian Flynn notices this problem as well. Which for some reason everyone's mad at him or whatever, even though he had nothing to do with like making it canon or anything or whatever. That's not his single-handed decision. It's weird how people always place that expectation on him. But Ian, what do you do? He's just a consulting guy, like, basically, they talk to him, he gives them notes, and it's like the guys at Man in Action, they do whatever they will with that, information or whatever that he passes on to them, so, yeah, there's that. They combined 2 episodes in the 1st season. Yeah, I guess they did, like, what, in episode 1 and 2? Yeah, so, at least 27 or 28, but still, they that's, like, pretty much season 1 of Sonic X right there. Because I think Sonic X had like what 26 episodes for the first season, and then they had like if I'm not mistaken, like 52. Well, they went up to 52 in season two, and then or 51, I don't remember which. And then of course they had like by the end of the series like 70 something episodes. Like I want to say like maybe 74. I think. I mean, I can Google it, but I'm not gonna do that right now. But regardless, though, they had over 70 something episodes and at least like one season. The first season had at least like 20, 26 episodes. I'm like, yeah, that was the entire length of Sonic Prime right there. So they definitely could have, you know, I think they really should have just made some stuff a little filler to have us get to know the characters better and focus on like the base characters more versus just like, versus, just make variations and stuff of him. Which I'm not saying that I didn't like the variations like Rusty Rose, I didn't like Thorn Rose or anything, or it's not like I didn't like Nine or whatever. No, those are good characters, or Rebel or Nux and stuff. No, those were good. They were good characters and stuff. But I just would have rather liked to see like the base characters in action and stuff because I think they should have gotten a little bit more, highlights, or they definitely should have came back for like season three to help out Sonic and stuff. That would have been cool. But that's just me. But anyways, but yeah, I just felt like if they added in more characters and like went a little bit more in and stuff, and then like marketed like those characters like toys and all that stuff, like they did with the yeah, I think that they definitely could keep the show to keep going. But that's not to say that I think that Sonic Prime should just throw in the towel. I really do hope they do come back though and stuff with like more episodes and stuff. And I mean like don't do the Shadowverse stuff or whatever. Just like give us like, like, just give us more just classic Sonic adventures. That's what I kinda want from Sonic Prime and stuff, so don't just, like, give it up and just be like, "Alright, well, we had 3 seasons, quote, unquote, 3 seasons, and we did all this multiverse timeline stuff. So now we're just gonna just call it a day from there. I'm like, no, you guys can definitely do a little bit more with Sonic Prime and stuff, And then it ends on a cliffhanger too, where some random opponent or whatever shows up, and Sonic and his friends are like, um, they're like, what? Or they're like, staring at it or whatever. Like they're gonna face off with it or whatever. So I guess we'll probably get more stuff of Sonic Prime, who knows? But I do well, of course, I am gonna stick to it anyways, because it's not like, because I mean, I am interested, I guess, but I'm not, like, that interested? Like, I'll watch it when it comes out, I guess. But that's how I feel about Sonic Prime. Now, Ninja Turtles. Man, oh man. Ninja Turtles cannot catch a break when it comes to the comics or the TV shows, I swear, okay? And I'm not gonna rip on Rise, but I will say, like, Rise again, it's a somewhat decent series. It ain't really my favorite. I definitely do not like Rise, but my problem mostly right now is with Mutant Mayhem, of course. And that's not what I wanted to talk about right like here, but I'm just breaking the ice. So Mutant Mayhem, where do I even begin with that? I hated that movie so much. Now, I'm not saying it was a terrible movie per se, but again, it's not a Ninja Turtle movie, that's the problem. Like, when I'm watching, like, Ninja Turtles, I'm trying to watch Ninja Turtles, I don't wanna watch some other bullshit. Like, I was like, "Bro, this movie literally feels like Luca just done with Ninja Turtles, and they're not even ninjas and stuff." Master Splinter, yeah, and April's black for no reason and overweight, like, what the hell? So, I'm serious. And then they're talking about some, "Oh my god, that was, like, a big success. We gotta spin this off into a show." Like, get the fuck out of here, bro. No, stop. No, please destroy this damn universe. I don't care. I don't no one look, a legit and I'm not saying just because this is my own preference, but no legit Ninja Turtle fan, in my opinion, should have high expectations for Mutant Mayhem. I mean, if you do, that's fine. I don't really care. But I'm just saying most people are not gonna look for it or are not gonna be like tethered to or invested into Mutant Mayhem. Okay. I'm just being like honest. Like, come on. Mutant Mayhem. Like, what was good about Mutant Mayhem? Like they kiddified the turtles by a lot. um, they downplayed their martial arts skills and stuff, which is kind of the real main attraction to the Ninja Turtles and stuff, not the whole, "Oh, well, they're like teenagers and all that stuff." Look. Most Ninja Turtle fans, you've either read Mirage Comics, IDW, whatever. You come to that stuff because the characters are ninjas and they're martial artists and stuff. You don't just watch it because, oh, well, they're also teenagers too and they act like kids. Like, no, like, honestly, like, when you made, like, the voice actors into, like, kids and stuff, teenagers, I'm like, then you're kinda just taking away the skill. You're just hiring I don't know, just for the sake of it, but it's like, yeah, the whole thing with Sonic Prime being canon was marketing ploy, in my opinion. Yeah, that could be the thing. I mean, they just did that too with, I heard with, the Suicide Squad Kills the Justice League, where they were trying to be all like, "Oh, yeah, it's canon to the Arkham Asylum or to the Arkham series of Batman and stuff," and I'm like, "No, this doesn't fit or this doesn't correlate or like, this is a terrible ending." I'm gonna talk about this a little bit real quick, but, yeah, like, the Suicide Squad, Kills the Justice League, because 'cause I'm just like, "No." Now keep in mind, I've only played 3 Arkham games. I've only played Arkham Asylum, the first one, Arkham City, and then Arkham Origins. I have not played Arkham Knight. I don't know the entire story like that. Obviously, I know that Jason Todd is the Arkham Knight and stuff, and I know something about him being tortured by the Joker and then being raised to become the Arkham Knight or whatever. That's all I know, okay? And then, of course, like, Batman's secret identity gets outed and all that stuff. That's all I know. I don't know the entire full details of Arkham Knight, but from what I'm seeing in Suicide Squad Kills the Justice League, yeah, none of that aligns with, yeah, none of that really aligns or correlates with Arkham in general and stuff, but they're just using that to, like, kind of cash in or be like, "Oh, yeah, now we got the Arkham Asylum audience in on it," even though it resembles nothing like Arkham Asylum, but okay. Because the characters are changed around, King Shark is changed around because remember he was in, the movie, Batman: Assault on Arkham, where he died, by the way, but he had a completely different design in there, and he had a whole different personality. Same thing with Deadshot. Deadshot's supposed to be a white guy and stuff, but for some reason they made him black, to resemble Will Smith, or well, he doesn't really resemble Will Smith, but they just made him black because Will Smith played him inside the, first Suicide Squad movie. and all that, but whatever. Um, but yeah, yeah, that they did all those changes and stuff. Not to mention, Deadshot killed Amanda Waller in the Assault on Arkham movies. So yeah, so she is canonically supposed to be dead inside the Arkham universe. So it doesn't make any sense why she's alive in that. But anyways, I'm not a big DC Comics book fan, but I'm just throwing all that out there. Anyways, but yeah, I remember the TMNT 2012 series when I was a kid. Yeah, that was also my like kind of my definitive cartoon for Ninja Turtles as well. Like that in the 2003 series, for me. Like the 2003 series was what introduced me to Ninja Turtles, and the 2012 series was like what came in when I was a teenager and stuff. Like I was in high school, or no, I wasn't in high school. I was starting out as a teenager. I was like 13, and then going to high school, and then it kind of ended around the time when I graduated too, which was pretty awesome. So yeah, that's why definitely one of the reasons why the 2012 series is kind of near and dear to me. But anyways, but back on topic. So my thing is though with Mutant Mayhem is that like nobody really would have any attachment to Mutant Mayhem. There's nothing like in my opinion really appealing about it. Like the characters are off, the stories are off. Like the only thing I gotta say that they have going for it was that they just hired a bunch of like known celebrities like Jackie Chan, Ice Cube, Paul Rudd. Who else did they hire for that movie? Yeah, they hired all those guys and stuff that have, like, a big name, not in voice acting, of course, but either in acting or they're just celebrities and stuff like that. Then they also kind of changed around the genders of certain characters, like Leatherhead and then Scumbug and that Master Splinter thing, that was stupid. Like, yeah. Oh my god. But anyways, this isn't a rant about Mutant Mayhem. Okay, but I'm just saying that I don't wanna see that universe at all. Okay, like, never again. But they're talking about let's make it into a show or whatever. I'm 24 going on 25. Yeah, me too. I'm 24 as well. But I'll be 25 in a couple of months. So yeah, there is that. But hey, sometimes you gotta be grateful for being alive to see 25 or whatever, you know. So that's definitely the takeaway from it. But anyways, but yeah, that's Mutant Mayhem though. Pretty much. Yeah, I don't wanna see the Shredder in there, even though, of course, they're like, "Let's bring in the Shredder." You kind of already alienated the Shredder from the Turtles because their stories are supposed to be connected. The Shredder is supposed to be the one that started the whole, feud or technically, he's not the one, but you know what I mean, like, he's the one that, like, the Turtles' origin is kind of centered around as well and stuff, and most other versions and stuff. Whenever you try to take him out of it, it's just like it kinda just, like, it kills the momentum or whatever, like, him being a family threat, which that's kinda what I consider the Shredder, like, the Ninja Turtles have, like, a lot of good villains and stuff, which honestly, I probably should do a list about that. But the Turtles, they have a lot of good villains, and of course, the Shredder is one of the best and one of the most icon and well, not even one of, he is the most iconic Ninja Turtle villain. But the reason for that is because, and even though he's not like the most powerful or whatever, the thing about the Shredder is that he's a personal, like he's a family threat for the Turtles and stuff because he knows their family inside and out, or whatever. He has connections to Hamato Yoshi, either because he killed him or he was a former student or they were like brothers and stuff. You know, it's like that. That's what makes the Shredder dangerous and stuff because he's a personal villain to the Ninja Turtles. But they kind of eliminated that from Mutant Mayhem. But I wanted to talk about the IDW comics though. So I actually did make a video on this. I just need to really edit it though. But I recorded the audio and all that stuff, so I'll get that out sometime next week maybe. But anyways, it's mostly just my complaints about how Sophie Campbell treats Raphael as a character. But my thing though is like they just canceled the IDW Ninja Turtle comics, right? And or if that was a rumor or whatever or something, I don't know. They're talking about they canceled it or whatever, but they're bringing back like they're bringing in a writer or something called Jason Aaron. Now I'm not too familiar. Hey, what's up, Sonic? Maurice Hedgehog and stuff. How's it going? But anyways, they brought in a guy called Jason Aaron and stuff, and I'm not like I remember hearing that name before, but apparently, yeah, I think he's like some kind of like he's a writer that's like worked on like Jane Foster Thor, and I'm just like, that's just what we needed, a Jane Foster, the Jane Foster Thor writer. Now, I'm not saying I read the comics or whatever, but I've heard about it in retrospect. Not a good comic book series, okay? Randomly took Jane Foster and just made her into Thor or whatever. Yeah, I heard Titania gave up a fight or whatever. She's just a regular villain or whatever from Marvel Comics. Gave up a fight and knocked out her husband, Absorbing Man, because um, out of respect for Lady Thor, because I don't know, she's just a female superhero, which I don't know why that's never stopped you from just coming in easily with She-Hulk or whatever. But okay, I see how it is. But anyways, no, no, no. So this guy is supposed to be writing Ninja Turtles and stuff, and I'm like, oh my god, we just got Sophie Campbell off these damn books, who's been on it for way too goddamn long, 4 years, 4 goddamn years. We just got her off, and I was just saying that honestly, you can have almost anybody fucking write this damn story. Well, I didn't mean like literally just anyone, but I meant like anyone like from like the annual writers and stuff. Because if you read the Ninja Turtle annuals, they're actually fucking good. Okay, uh, what was it? The 2022 annual, the 2023 annual. Those comics are awesome. Okay, I love those comics. Okay, actually, like I had very low expectations that they were actually going to be good comics when I first heard about it, but I was like, well, fuck it, I'll read it. Like when I was reading it online and stuff, I was like, fuck it, I'll read it. And I read it, and I was like, damn, this is good. And this feels like it addresses the problems that I have with Sophie Campbell's thing about, yeah, Jenica and everything. The turtles not really feeling like they're that close or feeling a little distant or whatever. It's kind of weird. Um, I mean, and the thing is that the fun part about it is that Jenica isn't in the damn books. That's the best part, and that the brothers are actually acting like freaking brothers and stuff. That's what I wanted to see, not this weird drama shit that Sophie Campbell got going on, where I don't know, like she got like I don't know, he's like, and I'm just like, bro, if you don't want to watch, like, well, not watch, if you don't want to write Ninja Turtles, then work on your own damn comics, or just do fan fiction or whatever. You can do cover art and still get like a paycheck that way, but don't fucking waste my time with this shitty ass writing and writing the characters out of character and stuff because you got these eccentric ass ideas that nobody wanted. Like, oh, okay, let's make Donatello into some kind of tech wizard or something like that. Interesting, but I don't think she's gonna execute it well or something about the ghetto, whatever. It's I don't know. She tries to throw in way too much, and it's just like it's dumb. But anyways, I'm glad Sophie Campbell's off the books and stuff. She can't write to save her life, or like in my opinion. And the crazy part is she's actually written some pretty decent Ninja Turtle stories before she kind of took over like the run and stuff. Like I think she might have wrote some stuff in like Turtle Universe, which is kind of like Sonic Universe, but in the IDW comics and stuff, where it was obviously like just like Sonic Universe spin-off or side stories of other characters and stuff, and like like a divided focus and all that stuff versus just always focusing on the main characters. Yeah, I need to look back and find some of those comics too, but that was what Turtles Universe is. I know she did a few stories on that, especially that Karai thing. That was actually pretty good. But other than that, just she needs to get off. Just get off the damn books. I'm ready for her to go. I was like, man, I'm really counting down the months. But my main thing though, on how I think Ninja Turtles should be like handled, in my opinion, is that I think that Ninja Turtles should be like handled like they need to focus on like just one in particular universe, okay? Because they focus on way too much, like way too many like they try to like create like start from scratch and create like a new version of Ninja Turtles and all that stuff, and then we get like all these several Ninja Turtles and stuff. Which don't get me wrong, there are versions that I like or whatever, like the 2012 series and stuff. And I'm not saying like you got to come back and redo the 2012 series or whatever. No, love it. Um, is there some more stuff that you could possibly do to it? Maybe, but I think yeah, I mean they did their thing and stuff, and like they yeah, Shredder's dead and all that stuff. I mean they still could introduce new villains or whatever. It is what it is. But this isn't about the 2012 series. Rise, they introduced Rise in like 2018 after um the 2012 series had ended. And then they do all this shit with Rise for like I want to say like what 2 seasons, but it was like probably like 2 years or something like that. Then they end it, and then they bring it back for like a Netflix movie. And after that, that's it. Like no more nothing, no more anything about Rise. Well, personally, I don't want Rise to come back like in general. But I'm just saying, no more like that's it. It's just it ended, okay? And now we're moving on to what Mutant Mayhem and stuff. Like, yeah, it's like okay, like leapfrog. We start from like where one turtle, like one of the turtle, like one version of the turtles start off like okay, they're 15, they're still like kind of um just starting out as ninjas and stuff like that or whatever, and then they reach some kind of milestone, and then after that, let's just reboot and just start over, like start the whole process over again. Like, no, can we at least like like I said, like with the 2007 series, or not the 2007 series, the 2007 movie, where they just already start off as like, and this could be like tied into the 1990s movies, but the 2007 movie, those turtles were already kind of grown, mature. You don't really get all this whole thing on their backstory. You kind of are like, well, they will like show like obviously the opening and all that stuff. And if you get it, you get it. If you don't, you don't. But they don't waste any time. Okay, like they're already skilled ninjas. They're no pushovers or anything. They've been through crazy shit. They fought Shredder in the past. Let's get to that kinda level, okay? That's what I feel like should be the case, and not have all these different versions of the Ninja Turtles just running around or just rebooting stuff after, like, after a certain milestone or that okay, well, that was the end of this story. Now we're gonna start a new thing. Yeah, just focus on one thing at a time, okay? IDW could have probably been that thing where they could have just made a spin-off show of IDW or whatever, that would have been cool. They kinda did that too with the, IDW, game and stuff, or the Mutant Mayhem game, but obviously it was based off of, IDW and stuff, you know? Um, yeah, the Mutant Mayhem game, like the designs and everything. I don't know if it's canon per se to IDW, the comics, but I mean, if it was, then that would be great. But, like, that would be great in my opinion. But yeah, I mean, I'm just saying, like, do something like that, where you can make, like, you kind of expand on, like, just one version of the Ninja Turtles versus just have several different versions of Ninja Turtles and stuff. But that's just me. Okay. But yeah, they could have made a show about IDW or something, or a movie about that, or whatever, or a new game on IDW. I mean, they definitely been doing that with the 1987 series where pretty much right now like the continuation, which to me the Saturday morning cartoons is definitely one of the best ongoing Ninja Turtle comics for right now. That and the Last Ronin stuff, and maybe a few other things like anything, or the crossovers for that matter. Just anything is better than Sophie Campbell's writing, okay, or the main series of Ninja Turtle comics, that is. All right, which is kind of why they need to rely on probably the crossover stuff in the Last Ronin to like just to have a leg up, or to as a crutch or something, you know? That's how I feel. But anyways, yeah, so I just feel like, yeah, they need to focus on one thing at a time. So like just focus on one version of the Ninja Turtles, and that would be the definitive Ninja Turtles for the time being. Okay? Just do that for a couple of years versus just, okay, well, we're just gonna like start a new leaf or whatever, or just get rid of this version after we just introduced them a couple of years ago. Like enough. So that's what I personally think. But yeah, what do you guys think? And stuff. I might, shut down the stream and stuff. That's all I kinda wanted to talk about. I already talked about Sonic Prime and stuff, where I kinda think, it was kinda wasted, like, they wasted the potential about Sonic Prime and stuff where, if it is canon, or well, it is canon apparently now, but since it was made canon, I was just sorry, I was just saying since they made it canon, I was like, well, they could have done a lot more in that case. They could have introduced, characters like Blaze, Silver, um Charmy, Vector, the Chaotix, and could have casted more like voice actors and stuff to play those guys, and market them as like toys and stuff like that. And then definitely people would definitely be would definitely be buying up those toys. I'm sure of it. I would say definitely throw in Tangle and Whisper and some of the IDW comic characters and stuff. I would love that. But since this is probably set before Sonic Forces and stuff, um, obviously, yeah, Sonic's not gonna, like, really know those characters, or, like, he won't know those characters and stuff because he didn't meet them until after the Forces, so but yeah, but that's just my opinion on Sonic Prime and stuff. They definitely could have had the potential to surpass Sonic X and stuff if they just treated season 1, 2, and 3 as, like, one whole season and stuff, and just did little smaller filler things, and then just worked their way up to, like, the top and stuff, like, because that's what I liked about Sonic X is because Sonic X really fleshed out like a lot of those characters and stuff. Like, just small things like, well, yeah, Sonic likes to travel a lot, but he likes to be to himself, and all that. He likes flowers and stuff. Amy, she wants to start her own kind of like, her own kind of bakery or whatever, her own kind of restaurant. She likes cooking and stuff like that. Um, that kind of thing, like all that type of stuff. Or like Tails, well, of course, Tails, we all know he likes to tinker and all that stuff. He likes to like make inventions and all that jazz. But he likes also like kind of like the nature and the wildlife and stuff. He feels right at home when him, Chris, and Sonic and all of them kind of went to the safari and was chilling out and stuff. Tails was like, yeah, I kind of feel at home here or whatever. So yeah, but anyways, but yeah, those are my thoughts on Sonic Prime and Ninja Turtles and stuff. Tell me what you guys think and whatnot. I know this has been a little bit of a small live stream, but hey, it's Friday. But I wanted to get this out of the way. By the way, Happy New Year's 2024. Um, make this a good year, whatever. Um, don't let stuff like, oh, okay, whatever discourage you. Try to, accomplish as many things as you can or whatever. Don't give in to despair or none of that other crap. Just try to overachieve. That's what I think. All right. This is the Joning Level Fox or the Keenest Fox, whatever you want to call me, and I am out. Peace. And until we meet again.